The Detroit Lions are in kind of a precarious situation with the number 6 pick. I mean, obviously we're excited about this. There's no doubt that we're excited about this. But as many of you have heard, we have this situation where it feels like the star players that we want are no longer going to be on the board. Jared Goff has proven that he is a good quarterback in this league when put in the right situation, something we've always known about him, but he's proving it even more this year. He had proved it. So we also have to look at what is it going to look like for the Detroit Lions with the number 6 pick. I think when you realize it, you say, all right, the big boys, you know, the Jalen Carters, the Will Andersons of the world, the what are, quote unquote franchise changing or elite difference makers are going to be off the board at number 6. Very likely, unless someone just gets nuts and goes 4 quarterbacks in the top 5, and Anthony Richardson balls out and somebody wants to take him in the top 5. Now, that leaves the Detroit Lions with what are we going to do? And I think the best answer is to trade back. But a lot of people are saying, well, what are you going to trade back for? And who would you trade back with? So here's what I want to do. This is the classic Jimmy Johnson trade valuation chart. I think a lot of us have seen this in some form or another. I have the Lions highlighted here in what their draft valuation is. So this number 6 pick is worth 1,600. When I look at this chart, there are 3 teams that stick out to me. 3 teams that stick out to me as, yep, they are absolutely a team that might want to trade up to get their quarterback. If Levis is still on the board, if somebody believes Richardson is the guy, if Stroud is still on the board, and I don't think Bryce Young will be, but if one of these big 3 quarterbacks or big 3.5, if you want to add Richardson, are still on the board, somebody might want that. And the Lions are in a good position to get it. And somebody would want to move ahead of Las Vegas, who may very obviously be in the market for a cornerback. So let's first start with Las Vegas. Now, that's only a difference of 100 points, but we also understand that you're going to have to make up for some of that. You're going to have to make up for some of that. So I think Las Vegas could trade with us. We'd move back 1 spot. They'd get a quarterback, and I'm sure we could get a 3rd, if not a 3rd, absolutely a 4th, maybe even a 5th, 3rd or a 4th, 5th combo. And Brad Holmes has shown that that's something that he is very comfortable doing. So Las Vegas has the 70th, the 108th overall pick. I think both of those would be good. You want to give me number 108, number 141, and number 7 for number 6? I will take that. We'll let them move up. They can get their quarterback. Okay, that's a really quick one. Not as much that you can get for it. What about another team? Because there are 2 more scenarios. And the third one that I'm going to tell you about is the one that I love. I really like it. I like it the most. All right. So the second one is Carolina. Frank Reich just took over as coach there. Yes, Deuce Staley of the Detroit Lions went there as well. So this is a little bit of a difference. This is a difference of 250 points. So you move back a little bit further to number 9, and you very easily can expect to get a 3rd round pick from them. And I would make the argument that you can get more. Carolina doesn't pick until 93 in the 3rd round. So I think if Carolina wants to trade up with us, they are going to have to package a little bit more in order to get it. Could they give us number 9 and number 39? I think that's a stretch, but it makes sense in a world where they give us their 1st and 2nd round pick. We trade back to 9, and we also give them a later round pick. That doesn't seem crazy to me, and something that I really, really like. If not, you're looking at trading back to number 9, and then they're giving us a 3rd and 4th round pick if we can't get that 2nd round pick. Is that something you would be interested in? I think that's something that I would like. But what about the one? I told you there was one that I like the most. And there absolutely is one that I like the most. And it is trading back to number 16 with the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders have a good coach. They have a solid defense. They have everything in place. They have a running back. They have everything that they need. They have good weapons on the outside. What is the one thing the Commanders are missing? A quarterback. They have Carson Wentz for another 2 years. They're paying him pretty good money, but he didn't start half the season. He got hurt. Heineke went in. They actually were better under Heineke, But then they benched Heineke to go back to Wentz at the end of the year when he got healthy again, and he promptly screwed it up for them. Carson Wentz is not a winning quarterback, even in Washington. He's shown that they need a quarterback. Now, Washington sits right here at number 16. That's 1,000 points that's worth. That's a 600-point differential. Their second round pick is worth 430. So if we were to trade back to go all the way back to 16, stick with me because I'm going to show you some of the players we could get at 16. Washington would then be giving us their second round pick, and they would have to throw in more. They would have to throw in more. They don't currently, here's their third round compensatory pick. You could be getting a second and a third round pick to move back, or you could play it. There's a chance that you could play it where you trade back in the first round for them to get their quarterback of the future, and you end up getting 2 second-round picks from the Washington Commanders. You could get a second-round pick this year and a second-round pick next year. If you don't want to do that, you go for second, third, maybe even fourth this year. That is not a crazy thing. I understand it's a long trade back, but it's not bad. And then we get picks 16 and 18. Everybody, that's not bad. So I want to show you a little bit more of what that could look like and how we could basically who we could get. So my favorite big board is PFF. So when we start getting down, let's just go down into the 12, 13. Devon Weatherspoon, I don't think he's going to be around anymore at 16, but you never know. Christian Gonzalez, maybe you could go quarter or wide receiver here. You could go Quentin Johnson. He might be available at 16, and this might be a cheaper replacement for DJ Chark and what he does. Luke Van Ness, Lucas is not a bad player. You go tight end, Michael Mayer. You could go running back, Bijan Robinson. This is somebody a lot of people are talking about. This is somebody a lot of people are talking about to the Detroit Lions. So all of a sudden, it's like, okay, maybe this isn't as bad of a position as I thought it was. Nolan Smith's there, Jordan Addison, all these guys, and Cam Smith. And you have to wonder, is one of these cornerbacks going to fall? Is it worth it? Is it worth our time? So a lot of thoughts here and potential trade back scenarios. So that's what you're looking at for the Detroit Lions. I'm excited about it. And man, oh man, I think we need to start talking about trading. Brad Holmes proved last year that he's okay to trade. He has no problem trading up, trading back. He will do it. And so I think it's something that could be very seriously considered. Hey, memberships are now live on our channel. Feel free to sign up. We get you some cool emojis, first look at live sessions that were members only live sessions. You can get in on that. There's a lot of different fun things, priority chat responses, depending on how much you want to put forward on that membership. We want to make it worth your while. We're so thankful when you support our channel. So feel free to do that. Hit that up. And we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe below as well. See ya.